fourth line to get into a line brawl. It was not a question they were getting in a line brawl from the face-off. Tortorella needs to be suspended. It's hard for me to say exactly how many, but I don't want to say 10 because I feel it's overdone, but I think 5.
I feel that's
5
fair.
games seems about right.
I feel that's fair, and that will change his mind, by the way. He doesn't...
Noah?
No?
No, you said Noah gets to go next.
Yeah, I know.
5 games, I agree. Carl, really quickly, though. You just said that he made a conscious decision to send out the players. But then wasn't he provoked? Wasn't he provoked by the fourth line? By the fourth line being sent out by Calgary in the first
Send out your first line. Your first
Isn't
line
it
can
culture?
score the fourth line. No, but Noah, if he sent out his first line can score on the fourth line. That's the thing. He didn't
I
have to take
understand
space.
that. But if you don't get in the fight and you don't throw down your gloves, that other person...
No, you didn't ask me one question, though.
This is... If you ask me, this is Calgary... No, I'm the host. This is Calgary's... This is the Flames' fault. They
No,
provoked.
Tortorella gets 5, but the one thing I'm saying...
Tortorella gets 5. Yeah.
those
Calgary
are
should get
5.
more.
No, but
I agree.
Calgary's coach needs to get minutes, too.
Yes,
Calgary's
more.
coach
He
needs
gets
to get
more.
suspended, too.
If Tortorella doesn't try and enter the Flames' locker room, it changes everything. But because
No,
he did, it will be more.
But no, the Flames coach has to be ejected. I mean, he
I
has to
agree.
get suspended.
Yes, I completely agree, because this is
They
his
both
fault.
do.
I agree, but I don't think it'll
Both
happen.
5.
I agree with you, Carl, but I don't think it'll happen because of the fact that he didn't...
No, Shanahan will ban him for anything. Shanahan will ban him.
I believe that's called the Shanaban, or
Yes,
the
everybody's heard that pun. The
Banahan.
original joke.
It's not a pun. I'm trying to learn hockey. Nothing's good enough for you. Jeez. Like, I read a Grantland piece on hockey. It was like, oh, Carl's going to be impressed. I know what intent to blow means. But no.
Let's all just get
You're...
angry. On 5, everybody yell. On 5, everybody just yell out.
I will hang up if you do this.
What are we yelling?
Every.
Something's telling me that this is getting out of hand. So, we're going to go into NFL right now. We'll give him another 2 minutes. Predictions. What's going to happen between San Francisco and Seattle? What is going to happen between Denver and New England? Now, at the beginning of the year, my pick was the Seahawks and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. This is new for me. Like, I'm the ref now. We'll bring him back on. I don't like silencing people. But because I don't think he'll be able to get a word in if they are here, I think that Seattle is going to defeat San Francisco, and New England is going to beat Denver. Because Pete Carroll, at least in Seattle's case, is 52-0 in college when he won the turnover battle, and is 25-4 in the pros when winning the turnover battle. And when Colin Kaepernick is throwing to Richard Sherman, he has thrown no touchdowns and 3 interceptions. In New England and Denver, you don't want to pick with Peyton Manning in the playoffs. He's 10-11. Brady has historically owned this matchup, but this is not going to be a battle between Brady and Manning. That's what everyone's going to make it, but that's not true. This is a battle between, and I'm taking this one out of Merrill Hodges' playbook here, Belichick and Manning. Who's going to outsmart the other? You got 2 very smart minds. Speaking of smart minds, we're going to bring them back. This is their last chance. We'll see how this goes down. Fingers crossed. All right.
Hello?
Hi, Jake. Miss me?
Someone's got some fuzz going on in their background. Can they try to fix their microphone, maybe?
I hear a weird noise.
I do too.
Carl?
Hello.
All right then. We have some technical difficulties. I apologize for the way this episode has gone at this point. It's just really not fair for you guys to go through this. We'll see if it finally works.
Wow, that was weird.
Yeah.
Carl, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Jake, can you hear me?
Yes. New rule, guys. you have to stop talking over. It's just not fair to anyone listening to the show. No one can understand the thing, and it's gotten out of hand. Can we all make an agreement to try and just not scream over each other?
Okay.
Thank you. While I hung up on you guys, I started talking about the NFL.
Ooh, if you want to know NFL stuff, go listen to that show you want to listen to. Just go to Spreaker and just go back a couple episodes.
Yeah, just check it out. It's probably a pretty good show. It is going to be a game between Seattle and San Francisco, obviously. We'll start with that game. Noah, who wins and why?
Look, it's a great game. There's no way around it. Honestly, the NFL got possibly best matchups it could wish for. San Francisco-Seattle is a great matchup. It's two great defenses with not many holes. It's the best front seven versus the best secondary. It is two young quarterbacks versus two ground and pound running. Two young quarterbacks versus each other. Two ground and pound running backs. Very similar teams. But in the end, I see more holes in San Francisco's defense. And in the NFL, I think it does come down, especially in this conference, to who's the better defense. I don't see as many holes in Seattle's defense. San Francisco, in Seattle especially, they're going to be drawn up sides a lot. I don't think they're going to have the same effect. They haven't been able to perform in Seattle. And I think that trend continues. I think Seattle's defense continues to dominate. And the 71 to what was it, 19, 22, something in that range? I can't overlook that stat.
Yeah, home field advantage is playing a role when it comes to this point. Carl is not a big fan of home field advantage. However, do you still think Seattle wins this game?
Carl is a fan of one. I was just watching random stuff, and I think this is my favorite analysis I've seen of this matchup is and basically the defense. Both these defenses can stop almost every design play. It's going to be what happens when plays break down and which team is better off there. I think, especially with the way Russell Wilson's been playing recently, which has not been great, that Kaepernick can overplay him. In the end, that's the reason. I think that Kaepernick can improvise better than Wilson, and I don't think they'll get as much done. I think both teams will be able to stop most design plays. The true thing that's going to happen is when they scramble, and Kaepernick's been playing better, and that's the fact.
So you're picking San Francisco?
I am picking San Francisco.
Okay. How does Colin Kaepernick do when he has to face someone like Richard Sherman? Do you know that stat? Because I know that stat. And it is...
Please, tell me that stat.
The stat is, when he throws at Richard Sherman, he has gone no touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
Can you tell me
he has
how
a quarterback...
Tell me how many Richard Shermans are on Seattle? How many of him? Oh, yeah, there's one of him. He can only cover so much area.
Correct. But when we have one player...
This is the Legion of Boom, though, Carl.
Are we going to overlook Cam Chancellor?
This is the best secondary.
Yeah, I mean, you still have Cam Chancellor. You still have Earl Thomas III.
That one stat.
Jake, I don't think Earl Thomas is that good. He's just like a Pro Bowl player, and he's just a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. But besides that, he's not that great.
Let me see. This is per Fox, the at NFL on Fox on Twitter. Kaepernick's numbers when throwing at Richard Sherman. He is 7 completions of 17 attempts, 130 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a QB rating of 28.7. There was only one Richard Sherman.
Wait. You didn't bring up anything about, say, how does can you tell me stats on how Marshawn Lynch... I'm going to go check how Marshawn Lynch does that. This could shoot me in the foot because I have no idea. But I'm going to go find out how Marshawn Lynch does against this 49ers.
This is going to be a defensive battle. This is going to be a defensive battle. And why this defense
You're saying off this one thing off that.
No.
The thing is improvisation. He's not going to be throwing deep balls at Richard Sherman on improvised play. He'll be throwing down low.
That's not what I'm saying.
Plus, Vernon Davis can take out down their safeties.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just pointing out a stat that happens to support the Seattle Seahawks.
One player versus one player, and there's a lot more men on the field.
There is.
Marshawn Lynch has 72 yards on 20 carries last time they played. San Francisco will shut down the running game. Wilson will have to take more pass attempts, and as he's shown recently, not throwing the ball as well. And the thing is, San Francisco's linebacking core is insane. Just ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
And linebackers are increasing their value each year, it seems, in the NFL. By being versatile, by being everything.
I agree with you.
Really good line.
I agree with you. I think that, I said it already, the front seven of the San Francisco 49ers is the best front seven in the NFL.
Their secondary is not shabby either.
Yeah, I know. Most of the defensive players they were talking to on Sports Center, Ryan Clark, and I don't remember who the other one was, but they both sided with the 49ers defense. Unfortunately, the 49ers defense, I honestly think, is better. But they're playing at the Seahawks. And I think that's the big difference. I think neutral site or at 49ers, the 49ers defense is better. But this is
explain, please.
With
just
the
atmosphere. A little hard to. Can you explain why they play bad there?
Look at the stats. You said Marshawn Lynch struggled. Yes, he did. He struggled earlier on in the year in Seattle. Only 90 yards on 28 carries.
Yeah, Marshawn
Lynch won 29-3.
Marshawn Lynch struggled.
Kaepernick had a 20.1 rating. A 14 QBR. Kaepernick was their leading rusher with 87 yards. Gore could only run for 16 yards on 9 carries. This Seattle team does damage at home. They don't need crazy offense to win a game at home. They need their defense, and their defense does it on a daily basis at home. They don't let San Francisco do anything. 12 first downs to San Francisco compared to 19 for Seattle. They were 3 for 12 on third down efficiency. They could get nothing done. They had 51 plays. That was 19 less than Seattle. Only for 207 yards. That's 4 yards at play.
Here we go.
Couldn't get it done.
I want to talk to you about 2 games. This is a team that mustered 10 points against Arizona at home. That was the last really good defense they played. 10 points at home. This offense is sputtering against good defense.
Guys, listen, we do have to move along. It's getting late. Some of those debates just took too long. Hopefully we'll be able to do a follow-up at the 25th episode, if you will, tomorrow or Martin Luther King Day. But we do have to move on. But final predictions, I say Seattle. Noah says Seattle. Carl says San Francisco. Now, quickly here. One sentence and one team. Denver, New England. I am saying New England because Denver Manning in the playoffs. Simple. Denver Manning. Yes, Denver Manning. Brother of Omaha Manning. Peyton,
more than a sentence.
Peyton Manning.
The rules should be enforced.
I'm going to flag on the play, and that is not reviewable, by the way.
It should be. We have to make sure the rules are being enforced. Noah, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to say Broncos, and I'm going to say the 2 stats. Can I say 2 stats?
You can say 2
stats.
stats.
As well?
Sure.
Wait, no, you can say 2 stats as long as you put them in one sentence.
Oh,
just use semicolons.
Brady Manning in the playoffs. Okay, no. Let me. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this.
But
Carl,
you don't need
go
one
while
sentence.
I
Just no.
All right, I'm going to phrase this. New England, because of... I'm trying to remember why I picked them. Oh, New England, because Brady and no rushing on Denver, and this is a run-on sentence, and LeGarrette Blount.
All right.
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm picking the Broncos because between Manning and Brady in the playoffs, the past 3 times, the home team has won. And the Patriots on the road are horrific. And they needed a miracle to beat the Denver Broncos in the first place at home. That's my sentence. That was 2 now.
And that was run-on.
But I just used and a couple of times. How do you know there wasn't a comma?
Because then you would have said comma instead of and. Actually, if you had a comma instead of an and the first time...
You do realize that you are spending more time on his... You guys
Jake,
are spending
open up a new-
no. You guys are
open up a
spending
new one,
more time
grammar
on your
class.
grammar than your